Hello, Michelle here again. I know I don't always introduce myself, but I watch a lot of other videos, and not everyone on there introduces themselves. So some do, some don't. I kind of do it intermittently. New set of earrings today. We are got the probably can't see that, City of London, with my cute London-y themed England earrings. So yeah, my ears are healing up very nicely, thank you. For the curious amongst you, I am wearing an ET t-shirt. And again, if you didn't see or haven't watched my previous video, I literally just said the same thing. I show off my t-shirts not because I'm showing off, but because when I watch a video, I'm like, oh, what t-shirt they're wearing? And I get disappointed when I can't see the whole thing. So yeah, it's the ET t-shirt I got in a mystery box a couple of weeks ago. So yes, I really like this t-shirt. It glows in the dark. It's awesome. So yes, I am here. It's daytime. I just done an unboxing, which wasn't quite as mysterious as I thought it was, but feel free to watch that and tell me what an idiot I was. And later on today, Adam and I are going to go see Teen Titans Go to the Movies, which will be a lot of fun, so look out for that video, that review up there. Otherwise, I'm mostly just chilling. Bit annoyed at not working again. Have spoken to my agency and they're like, oh no, you're always on the top of the list, we know you're available, it's fine, thanks for letting us know. I'm like, cool, thank you. I have bubble wrap from the box from that video. There's bubble wrap from that video and review in the future from that video, so you know, there's stuff going on. I'll put the bubble wrap away, I'll be good. So yeah, not a huge lot to say, preamble-y wise. Kind of didn't sleep well again last night, but I didn't get to bed till late, so that's on me. I did find that when I was working regularly, I was sleeping better, and now I'm getting back into bad habits. So we need to be careful about that. I need to work out an earring theme for next week. I've got other sets. Yeah, I'm just kind of mellow, kind of just getting on with it. Like I said, I've done a video down there, I've got this video, and I've got the video up there, so three videos today. So that's kind of productive, I guess. Does that count as productivity? I think so. But yeah, preamble wise, I don't think I have much else to say. So shall we just do the thing? Let's do the thing. Let's work out today's question. It is, ooh, what is your favourite museum? What do you like best about it? That I can talk about. I've been to a few. For those of you who don't know or aren't sure, most of the big museums, big national museums, especially in London, are free to enter now. You get the donation box, and that was thanks to Mr. Blair. So, say whatever you want about him, but he did do that right. So yeah, any major museums you can go into for free. I mean, we went to the V&A Childhood Museum. That was free. That's a smaller one, but that was free. I think it's kind of like any national museum, anything that's run by, obviously, the government, but run as a bigger concern rather than a smaller private museum. Smaller private museums, I think you still pay for. So I'm not sure how you work out the distinction. I think it was just like a small group of people saying, hey, come and look at my collection of stuff, then you're going to pay for it. If it was like a bigger recognised name museum, then yeah, it'll be free and you can put a donation. Or I don't tend to put a donation in the bucket, but I do usually end up buying something from the gift shop, so I guess that counts. Especially the British Museum, I still haven't finished fully exploring. It's a big museum. Last time I went right up to the top, I think because the exhibits are a lot older and dustier. I kind of had problems with mine because I've got breathing problems anyway. Not massively bad, I'm not asthmatic or anything, but I do have sinusitis, so I have sinus issues. I haven't got any sniff sticks at the moment. So yeah, last time I went right to the top of the British Museum, kind of had trouble breathing in exhibits. With the British Museum, it kind of depends on what you want to look at. If you like Egyptian stuff, that's cool. If you like Roman stuff, that's cool. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can go look at, especially if you've got the specific thing you're interested in. But to explore the whole thing is going to be a bit more of a mission. I wouldn't mind looking at the Greek stuff. I don't think I've had a proper look at that yet. I mean, it's cool. Like, the main hall is amazing, and it really does. I don't know, it sounds kind of crazy, cheesy to talk about, but it has one of the best gift shops because they do a lot of books, and not all of them are discounted. But there are books that you wouldn't necessarily have thought of to look at, and they got my timeline of world, like, history from there, and that's a great book because it's like it takes all the major events in history from different, like, from the counties and continents, and, like, you know, lays it all out, and I find that really fascinating. And they do lots of really cool, like, you know, fiddly, funny, silly little things as well. I got my nephew a timeline ruler and like a little pencil sharpener that's a catapult so you can flick things at people. He liked them, he thought it was kind of cool. And I got him a gift voucher as well. But yeah, so I like I like the British Museum's gift shop. But my go-to museums that want to go, I really do like the Natural History Museum. I don't know if I'd call it my favourite, although I do like nature and biology and that kind of stuff, and then the health stuff. But round the corner is also the Science Museum, and that's also very interesting. Obviously more broader sciences. So if you're more into just biology and animal history and zoology and human biology and stuff like that, plants and animals and people basically, Natural History Museums you go to. If you're interested in all the sciences, the physics and chemistry, or just like playing with stuff, they got like the experiment areas and different areas for kids and stuff. That one's good, and it's all approachable. Some of it's a bit more. They had like last time I went there, they had a display of medicine through history, and I think there's like a warning on that one saying, yeah, this one, you know, you might find it a little disturbing, so you may not want to go if you're too young or don't like that sort of stuff. So they do put warnings where it's appropriate for age in that. But they're two good ones. Like I said, they're around the corner from each other. The War Museum, Imperial War Museum, that is interesting because I'm not. War, you know, I live in England. We've been through 2 world wars. It is a thing that is part of our collective history. It's a thing that we learn in school, and it is actually the game I'm playing, We Happy Few. It's an alternative to history of the war. It's set in '64, going by the diary entries. In fact, it's Halloween. It's late October according to the diary entries. But it's like an alternative history where we surrendered to the Germans and gave up our children, and they've gone to Germany, at least in this area that I'm exploring, because it is on an island. I mean, England's an island anyway, but this is like an outer island. Given the temperate weather, given the fact it's October as well, I'm guessing like maybe on the Channel Islands, but you know, one of the southern islands surrounding the UK rather than the Outer Hebrides or somewhere like that. So I don't know, it's not a normal shape, although I'm saying it's not a normal shape. Most of the oddness of the shape seems to come from the fact that it's where the bridges connect. So maybe it is a cluster of islands they've just connected with bridges. So there could be the Channels or the Canaries, or the Canaries part of that? Because the Germans could get to the Channel Islands, obviously, because they did take over Guernsey for a while. Huh. Maybe it isn't one big island, it's just like a series of islands. They keep talking about going back to mainland England. I don't know if in the game you can actually get to the mainland. My current working theory is that it's My Little Ponies. My current theory is that the whole thing's an experiment. Like they told them an alternative history, that the whole thing is a propaganda experiment or something, and that maybe actual history took place on the mainland, and the history that we know is the real history, and this island or cluster of islands is just like one big experiment for the last couple of decades. So yeah, but anyway, the War Museum is interesting if you like war history, and that has like changing displays and stuff. The only problem, not a problem, every time I've been, they've always had because you've got like two main displays which you can go in and explore. One of them is the trench experience, where you can sort of walk through what is a trench and there's like people there and they like, you know, get to experience things like the claustrophobia. So that's like the World War One part, and then World War Two has a Blitz experience where you can experience the Blitz, I guess. I say I guess because I've never been there, because I've been to the War Museum 2 or 3 times now, and every time I've been, the Blitz experience has been closed. It's just not my lucky time. So, I do like it for the history and, you know, a lot of stuff. It's quite obviously it's a heavier museum. Yeah, I mean, I suppose of all of them that I've just talked about, I suppose my favourite would be the Natural History Museum. It's the first one I went to as a kid. It's the one I've probably visited the most. You know, and it's animals, it's you know, it's human biology, which is like my go-to science, so I'm very interested in the human body. With the Science Museum being a close second, because it's also got a lot of fun interactive displays and cool stuff that you can do. So yeah, in conclusion, check out We Happy Few if you like alternate histories and 60s psychedelia. Oh, the other reason I think it might be an experiment is because there's still Beatles references. There's a reference to Benefit of Mr. Kite and a reference to Dear Prudence, although one of the characters is called Prudence. So I don't know if that's supposed to be a direct reference to that character or a Beatles reference or both. But in the universe, Mr. Kite is referenced and other things. So if we'd had a complete alternate history up from the middle end of the war to 64, I don't know when Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite came out, or Dear Prudence, but would the Beatles have risen the same way if, you know, if the history had changed? It's an interesting thought experiment. Share your thoughts below on that, if you think history would have been different if the Beatles were still a big thing. My door just went, so that's probably just an advert. But anyway, yes, share your thoughts on your favourite museums, doesn't matter if you're in England or not. That'd be cool. That's a fun discussion we can have. And let me know any thoughts on alternate history of England between the war and 60s, or anything else you want to talk about, because I'm sure that'd be cool. Meanwhile, if you have been, I thank you for watching. I completely appreciate you. You're awesome. I've been Michelle, you've been listening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!